All right guys, welcome to Kitchen Daddy. This week we're making beautiful pan-fried venison served with a delicious bacon and black pepper butter, which is a wonderful flavor combination. And if you've never made it before, we're trying to make this recipe as simple as possible, so you're going to be absolutely stoked with the results. So come on guys, let's get into it. Right, to kick things off, we're going to make the bacon and black pepper butter. Now, we need about 3 slices of bacon. We're just going to finely chop them up and now then chop them up again because we want them into almost like a small dice. Let's get them into a cold frying pan. We're going to get that onto a gentle heat. I'm going to take probably about 5 to 6 minutes just to gently render out all that lovely bacon fat and get that meat nice and crispy. Now, whilst we're waiting for that to happen, let's grind about 3 tablespoons of fresh black pepper and try and set your grinder onto the most coarse setting, okay? We want nice big chunks of black pepper. Right, that bacon's looking fantastic, so let's knock it off the heat. And whilst we've still got that lovely warm bacon fat, we're gonna add in 1 whole clove of garlic that's just been crushed. We're gonna sprinkle over some thyme leaves. And let's also add in probably about half that black pepper. That way we can start getting that lovely black pepper to open up its wonderful aroma. Now we're just gonna move that around, get everything nice and fragrant. Once it's cooled down a little bit, we wanna pass that through a sieve because we're gonna keep all that lovely bacon fat for our side dish. And then once it's cool, we can make our butter. Now in this bowl, I've got about half a pack of butter, so that's roughly about 2 sticks of US butter. I've left it out so it's nice and soft. Let's get all that mixture in. We're also going to add the remaining black pepper and a good pinch of salt. So let's give that a really good mix together. We want to make sure everything's really combined. And now we can plop that into some cling film. Make sure you get the cling film going widthways rather than lengthways. That way you can really tie it at the end. And then all we've got to do is just roll that into a nice cylinder, tie one end. Now let's get that nice and tight, and then we can tie the other end. And then all I'm going to do is pop that in the freezer so it can firm up nice and quickly, and then we can pop that in the fridge once it's firm, so then we can just cut off a piece before serving. Now for our side dish, and remember, it's going to be the year of the side dish this year, guys. I've got some Jerusalem artichokes or sunchokes. So all we're going to do is just give them a quick wash, make sure there's no dirt on them, and then we can cut them into nice chunks. Let's get them into the roasting pan. I'm going to pour over all that leftover bacon fat. Let's sprinkle over a few more thyme leaves, pinch of salt, mix it all together, and we're going to get that in the oven, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius, and we're going to cook that for about 40 to 45 minutes until they're lovely golden and brown. Now for the venison, I've got all these different odd shaped sizes here, which is great because they're all going to have a little bit of a different cooking time, but it doesn't really matter that much because we're going to cook these really, really quickly. And the reason we do that, guys, is because we want to serve this either rare or medium, or kind of like medium rare. Because what happens with venison, it's really packed full of iron. So the more well done you cook it, the more pronounced that flavor is. And that flavor is almost like liver. So some people who have a bad piece of venison or badly cooked piece of venison, they kind of say, oh, it's a bit livery. And that's all the iron coming through on it. So we really want to serve this definitely medium rare. So to do that, we need to make sure we've got a smoking hot pan here. We're going to season up the venison with some salt and black pepper. And if you're not going to make the black pepper and bacon butter, be really generous with the black pepper because it works very well with venison. Now let's add a good splash of avocado oil and we're going to get the venison in. So I'm starting with the thickest piece first of all. Okay, let's add a few knobs of butter. And now we can flip that over. And guys, look at that. That looks absolutely perfect. That's why you need to have a screaming hot pan. We're going to chuck in some thyme and some garlic.
Perfect. Thanks, Barry.
Okay, let's give that a little baste. Right, let's get them out onto a plate. There you go, guys. 2.5 minutes just to cook all of these. We're gonna let that rest for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna carve up and serve with our beautiful bacon and black pepper butter. Right, here we go, guys. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, man. Oh, let's get a smaller piece than that. Hey, don't you reckon? Right, a little bit of our beautiful bacon and black pepper butter. And guys, that is absolutely delicious. And, you know, you've got all those classic flavors, the bacon, the thyme, a little bit of garlic, but the black pepper, which just works so well with this. A little bit of gaminess on the meat. Oh, this is so good. I am going to enjoy this. Get in the comments, give us a thumbs up. I'll see you next week with something delicious. Take care. Bye-bye.